Morning, everybody. So I want to ask you a very simple question. Do you know a single successful person that pushes the snooze button and sleeps the day away? Think about that. You really probably don't. And if you do, please put it in the comments. But I want to help you understand how to be powerful in insurance sales, how to be powerful in the face-to-face realm. And it really boils down to, how do you really start your day? You've got to get yourself out of that soft space, that little warm place where you're going to be really not your best when you don't be about the best things, which is how you explode out of your bed in the morning. Do you start your day with a smile, ready to be successful? Or are you in a place where you're like, oh man, I'm gonna stay in my bed, that little warm place that's gonna take my wealth away? Don't let this be you, and think about the fact that not a single successful person sleeps their day away. That warm little place. I'm not saying it doesn't feel good, all right? I like sleeping in like anybody, but I can't, because if you want to find financial success, you've got to have the place of fire within you. You've got to be fierce in how you get out of that bed. You've got to be ready to take the world on. If you want to dominate with insurance sales, I will ask you this question again. Do you know a single successful person that sleeps the day away? I guarantee you probably don't. And if I'm wrong, please put it in the comments. But how you start your day will dictate how dramatic your success is in the day. And I'm not saying that it's going to feel warm and fuzzy. If you want financial success, okay, and I run a national insurance agency with some of the most powerful men and women in the industry, selling life and Medicare and annuities face-to-face and in the telespace. And let me tell you, they don't sleep their day away. They're deliberate in how they powerfully serve others. But how you start your day, can dictate your success. That phone will feel sometimes like £1,000,000. Are you ready to pound that phone? If you are, you will be off to a great start. Now, it's not always going to feel great. Just like getting out of a warm bed doesn't always feel warm and fuzzy, right? You're like, oh man, it's cold. I got to go do some things. But those that do are those that get, and how you get out of bed can give you the best chance of making the wealth in this industry. So my encouragement to you is, get out of your bed, pound the income reduction button into submission. No longer will you submit to your alarm clock's will. You go beat that little income reduction box into a pulp if you need to, and go make enough wealth that you can go buy a new one. You've got to have a new attitude when you get up in the morning. Your attitude will help you as you accelerate the phones, as you pound pavement if you're a face-to-face life insurance agent, an annuity agent, or even Medicare agent right now. Right now, Medicare is kind of madness. A lot of those agents are moving into the final expense space or being a dual agent where you do both, but they're deliberate. The ones that make it are ones that move, and you've got to have high action, and I mean high action. It's so important to your success. So how do you start your day? Do you start it off with, okay, like probably most of the world does? And don't get me wrong, I gotta go wash my face in the morning, get those little eye boogers off of you so that you can make bigger wealth. It's so important that you start your day with power. Write your goals down in the morning, write your goals down in the evening, and eventually you will be attaining them, because you're going to be speaking to yourself on paper in profitable and in powerful ways. How do you start your day? How do you start your day? Do you hit that little button? I know there's probably no quit up in you, but there'll always be these little feelings that will seep in like the cold, okay? And it can cap you. So you've got to be in a place that you capitalize, and that is going to boil down to how you start your day. You've got to get into a place where you own where you are so that you can overcome that and figure out where you're going. Don't stay where you're at. Get out of bed, stop slumbering, and start becoming successful. Get the sleep you need for sure, but now you need to just push into places of high action, push into a place where you are strategically aligned with a good, like-minded insurance agency like who we are at jasonfinalexpense.com. I'm so blessed to partner with just amazing, powerful people that are like-minded, that are truly there for you when you need them the most. A lot of times you'll be in a place where you don't feel like getting out of bed because you don't have anybody that's got your back. You've just got maybe a website, maybe you've got to go schedule something to get a hold of anybody, and you feel like you're alone. This industry, you're for yourself, yes, but you should never be by yourself. And this happens to so many agents, which is sometimes why you want to stay in bed all day. And that's not where you're going to really bring the wealth to yourself. It's about having good people around you, no different than having a great family. It's not always going to be perfect, right? But it'll feel comfortable so that you can capitalize, and they'll also say uncomfortable things to you to tune you up and build you up. But if you want to make the wealth, you've got to really think about getting out of bed. Bring it every day. When you beat that little beeper box into submission, where you get up before the bells go, you're no different than a fighter that wakes up and he's like, let's go, baby. I'm getting in the ring. I'm getting in the ring. I can't go into the ring yet, but I'm getting ready. Get yourself into a place where you've got the power of routines. The power will make you just phenomenally excited. And even if you're maybe stressed for 2 seconds, that's where you want to see yourself, with a good group of folks that is gonna go with you. Everybody will have these tiny little feelings where they don't feel like maybe working. I get it, but your feelings are gonna find you broke, which is why not a single successful person sleeps their day away. They're decisive. They dictate where they're going. They don't allow the warm places of life to take their wealth. They don't allow the uncertainty of whenever the alarm clock decides to pop off take away their powerful chances to dominate and to be successful. If you want to be successful, how do you start your day? Think about this. It's something where how you start your day can really make a difference. How you decide to have powerful routines can be real magic for you. Now, it's not magic fairy dust. It comes down to high action. It takes this core of belief to capitalize. It takes strategic alliances with good people to make you more powerful than where you are. Success breeds success. And if you're hanging around with maybe a flock of turd birds that never takes the time to wake up, you're not going to probably be making the wealth as powerful as you could. It's so important that you've got people that have been there, done that, got the t-shirt. It is so important that you think about, did I get up? Am I ready to go give everything I have of me to my work family? Am I ready to give everything I have to my prospects? If that's you, you're probably going to be powerful. If you can get up before your beeper box and beat it into the submission, beat all of your competitors to the phones, be ready to pick up that 8,000-pound phone sometimes, and it does feel really heavy sometimes. Sometimes your chest is heavy, but to capitalize, you've got to bring the war chest with you. And that's why I ask you again, do you know a single successful person that sleeps the day away? It'll take your profitability, my friends. I promise it'll take your profitability. It will. When you're thinking about procrastinating, and procrastination is, it hits anybody, right? And a lot of agents will procrastinate because they weren't given good training. They weren't given good mentoring. A lot of agents will procrastinate because they never had someone invest and be intentional in them so that they had this level of competence first off, but then confidence second off. It's so important. That's why the men and women in our agency go through a 5-day telemastery program where it's an insane amount of hours to invest into agents' success. Because if you're in a place where you're in a place of distress, where you're like, what do I do? What do I do? Then it can bleed into you where you won't be the beast that you know you're capable of becoming. And that's why strategic alliances are so important. You've got to be successful, but how do you get out of bed? You've got to be the beast that you know you are. Focus on high action. Are you writing your goals down in the morning? Are you getting after it? Do you drink your coffee like I did this morning and it's cold? I don't know if you can see my breath, but yikes, okay? You've got to go into the places that are uncomfortable if you want to uncover massive success and massive opportunity. If you want to stay where you're at, then slumber. If you want to stay where you've already been, then go ahead. Okay, hit the little beeper box, the income reduction box. If you're happy with where your life is, and then let that lick you into mediocrity. Just stay in your bed, stay in the warm places. But if you want to be powerful, my friends, get out of bed. Be ready to grind, to get your mind right. More importantly, get your methods right. Have good mentors that actually give to you instead of give you maybe a website, give you a Calendly. Get up, be ready to build up and suit up and go to the next level. But that starts by how you start your day. Be powerful, be powerful. Don't push the income reduction button. Overcome the obstacles by having just amazing people around you, but you will never find profitability by staying in the weak places, by staying in your bed, by staying in the little warm, comfortable places. You'll never capitalize. Not a single successful person that I know sleeps the day away. You've got to be decisive. Sometimes you have to do more, but you've got to get your mind in a place that you can dominate. And it is not going to come from being comfortable. If I was comfortable, I would have stayed in my bed and not frozen my fingers off with you. So I hope this helps you. If I can do anything to serve you, reach out at jasonfinalexpense.com. I appreciate you, my friends. Be more powerful today than you were yesterday. It's not where you are. It's where you're going. Go get success because you chose to. We'll see you soon, my friends. I appreciate you.